Hi, Halloween is very soon, and if you are looking for videos how to create a pumpkin, this is definitely the one. In this video, I will show you how you can crochet a simple pumpkin with a beautiful stem and the vine. As you see, you can make it slightly more colorful by adding green color. You can play with it, so you can make the stem and vine both green, or you can make the vine part only green. Up to you. How you can use it: you can make it a garland. When crochet next pumpkin, you will just need to connect one to another. In the video, I will show you how you can do that, so you can make a very nice garland from pumpkins and decorate your room, table, or outdoor place. You can use it as a pin. You can put it somewhere on the pillows, for example, or on a bag or a t-shirt. Lots of options. So let's start. So to crochet this pumpkin, you will need the following instruments: crochet hook, and I usually use two, one for the base part and smaller for the stem and the vine part. You will need a yarn, orange, brown for stem, and green if you want to add the green part, but you can just be with these two, and scissors. That's it. Also, I've made for you a pattern to make the process of crochet for you easier, so you can see what exactly goes after what. Let's start. So I'll be using a hook 3.5 millimeters, and I encourage you to double check what is the yarn you are using, and on the label you should have the recommendations of the hook size. On mine, it was from 3 to 4 millimeters, so I decided to take the hook 3.5. So let's start by making a magic ring. To make a magic ring, make a loop like this and put the hook inside and pull the yarn through. So it should look like a giant chain. But you keep it as it is, do not make it smaller, and just make one chain stitch to fix it. And our magic ring is ready. So let's make 2 chain stitches now from there. 1, 2. And now we will need to make a circle of 12 double crochet. To make a double crochet, roll the yarn over the hook, insert the hook inside your magic ring, pull the yarn through. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the first 2, yarn over again, and pull the yarn from the other 2 chains. Therefore, double crochet, because you pull in the yarn through the loops twice. Let's repeat. In the British version, it's called treble crochet because you have 3 loops on your hook. This is how they count it. Okay, 12 double crochet is ready. What we need to do now is to close the loop, the magic ring, and you just need to take your end of the yarn and make it tight. See, almost no hole. So to close the ring, I'm inserting the hook into the loop of the chain stitch which we made before we started making a double crochet, and I'm just pulling the yarn through these two loops. So it's called slip stitch. So we closed our circle. Now I will show you how we will make the top of the pumpkin and bottom a little bit more flat than the sides. First, let's make one single crochet. Then into the same chain, we will make 1/2 double crochet. So in this case, you just need to pull the yarn through, no yarn over. Now we have 2 loops, and then you pull the yarn through 1 loop, and then through the 2 loops together. Then we continue by making 2 double crochet into 1 stitch, 1 chain. 1, 2, 3. Do it again. Also, if you noticed, I'm making my stitches double crochet using the back side of the chain. Fifth one. On the 6th one, we're doing this again. We're making, but like in the mirror one. So we start by making a 1/2 double crochet and single crochet into the same loop. Then we continue by doing again the mirrored version of this side. We're making a single crochet, 1/2 double crochet, and 5 double crochet into the single loop. So once we reached the 1/2 of the second side of our pumpkin, it's a perfect time to connect it to another pumpkin to start making a garland. So take another pumpkin, find out the center of the side. I found out it's this loop, this and let's, before making a second double crochet, you insert the hook into the loop to which you want to connect. So now you have them like this. Then start making your double crochet as usual. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop, pull it once, and now it becomes a little bit more difficult, but just if you hold your 2 pumpkins, it should be easier, because we will need to pull the yarn through all 3 loops all together. Done. And we're finishing by making 1 more double crochet into the single loop as usual. So as you see, it's connected, very seamless. And let's continue. We need to make a few more double crochet. So at this stage, we also doing the same part as we done here, a mirrored one. We make half double crochet, single crochet into the same loop, and closing the circle by making a slip stitch. I'd also recommend making 1 more chain stitch, and you can cut the yarn. So the pumpkin is ready. So you see they both connected one to another. And let's weave in the ends. For this I usually use a smaller hook. So I insert my hook under the back sides of a magic ring and pulling the yarn through. Sometimes it gets stuck, as in my case. Let's try again. Perfect. Now we can cut this one. And also using a small hook, I'm trying to weave in the ends through different loops of the pumpkin. It will give it very neat look. Once you're happy, you can cut this end as well. So let's continue by making a stem, and the wine part I will be using the brown yarn, and I will take a little bit smaller hook, as it's very small detail, and usually it's much easier to do with a smaller hook than you usually use. So let's start. To connect the brown yarn, I would recommend you to insert your hook under the 2 loops, and also do it 1 stitch on the right from the center. and pull the yarn through. Now you have the loop on your hook. Pull one and make one more chain stitch just to fix and make it tighter. So now we're ready to start making our stem. Let's make the chain of 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we turn and we will make 3 single crochet stitches. Yeah, actually 4. And into the same loop where we were starting our stem, we will make a half double crochet. So the stem will get a little bit wider to the end. And we're fixing our stem by inserting our hook under, again, 2 loops, pulling the yarn through, and continue by making a slip stitch. So the stem is ready, and let's continue by making our vine part, and I'll show you how to make it curly. So for the vine, let's make 12 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now we'll be making 2 single stitches into each chain stitch. So this will make it curly. So to start, let's make a chain of 1, and let's continue. So basically in your second chain, your second loop, we start making 2 single crochet. 1, and into the same loop make second one. Do it again with other loops. Make 2 single stitches into the same chain stitch. As you see, it's already becoming a little bit curled. So we continue making 2 single crochet into the same stitch of your chain. See how nicely it's getting curled. So So at the end, once we're finished, we are having a very nice curled vine part. We just need to fix it by, again, making a slip stitch into the same loop from where we started. So we're pulling the yarn through, making a slip stitch, and making slightly bigger loop, so you'll have enough yarn to weave in the end nicely. Cut in, and let's finish by weaving the ends of our stem and vine part. I usually just hide the ends behind the loops on the back. So it's slightly harder because of the dark yarn. But hope you see it clear how I'm having my hook inserted under behind the loops, and I'm pulling the yarn through and repeating the same exercise a few times. Just you find the loop and pull the yarn through, and again insert the hook into the loop and pull it through. This is the end result. So when you're happy with this, let's cut the end, and let's do the same with our end from the stem. So it's slightly longer than it should be, so cut it first. And again, let's find some loops and pull the yarn through them a few times so it's getting hidden nicely. Then, so to add some shape into your wine, just make a little bit, stretch it a bit, and our pumpkin is ready.